Welcome everyone for exam 2024 October 2H Edexcel. The first question is about how to prove, and of course we know that to prove I will start by using the left hand side. So converting into improver fraction by multiply 1 times 7, then add, so it will be 12. The same here, and the same denominator, 2 times 16, 32 plus 3, it will be 35. And after this I will prefer to simplify first. So if I need to simplify, I will divide it by 7 up 1, 7 here it will be 5. Here divided by 4 it will be 3, divided by 4 it will be 4. So the final answer it will be 15 over 4, and of course 15 over 4 I will search in table 4 how many 4 and 15, it will be 3 and remain 3 also to figure out 15. This is the first one. Now for the second question, the length of the table is measured as 1.4 meter corrected to one decimal place. I need upper bound according to one decimal place, so I will write 0.1 divided by 2 of course, which is equal 0.05. If he asks me for upper, it will be 1.4 plus 0.05, which is equal 1.45. The same here, but I have to subtract 0.05, which is equal 1.35. So this is for the second question. Now for the third one, he asked me work out the value of x. So give your answer correct to one decimal place. So as long as this is one decimal place and he asked me for the value of x, I have this angle, I have adjacent, so I will use cosine. And we know that cosine 43 equal adjacent over hypotenuse. So to find x, it will be 8.6 multiplied cosine 43. And don't forget by using the calculator to correct it to one decimal place in this equation. So the final answer after I find out the final example of course, so it will be like 6.3. Now for question number 4, he said that n is a number, and this number 17% of n is like 357. So if I assume that 17% represented by 357, what about the 100% which represented the n? How I can find it? So I will use cross multiplication. So this multiply this, of course 100% represented by 1, so 357 divided by 17%. By using the calculation of course it will equal 2100. Now here he said that in 2019 the population of the village was 650, but next year become 806. Work out the percentage increase. Of course percentage increase, percentage decrease, lows, and so on. I have to apply the rule of new minus old divided by old. This is all multiplied by 100. So new here is 806 minus old 650 divided by old 650 multiply 100. This is very important. Truly have to memorize it, of course. After I do all these operations, of course, I will find a percentage increase, which will equal 24%. Hena, I have bias, unbiased or biased 5-side spinner, numbered from 1 to 5, and he told me that we have all the spinner at 1 and at 4, they are like an equal, okay? So in these situations, I need for workout estimation for the number of times the spinner will land on 4 only. So the first thing I need to find out what 4 equal. As long as I know the total summations, it's equal 1. So it will be like probability for 1 and 4. It will be like 1 whole 1 minus the summation of 0.14 plus 0.17 plus 0.21. This is all has to be what? This is all has to be divided by 2 of course. Okay. So I will figure out that it's equal what, as we said, it's equal 0.24. Okay. So after I figure out that it's equal 0.24, here 0.24, I will find probability. It will be as long as he asks me that how many times probability of the numbers repeated in 400 times. So it will be 400 multiplied 0.24, which is equal 96 times. Okay. Since he asked me for total surface area, so I have to write the rules. I have like 2 same or congruent triangles, okay, plus 3 different rectangles. So for two congruent triangles, this triangle's its base 8, height 6, so its area of triangle half, base times height, so half times 8 times 6, of course times 2. This is all because I have three different rectangles. They are have common length, which is 15. So in this case, it will be like 15 multiply the all different widths, which is 8 plus 6 plus 10, right? You understand what's happening here, right? So as long as for this part it will be like 48 plus this part it will be like 24, of course. So 24 multiplied by 15, and this is all plus 48 equal 408, and of course it will be like centimeter square. For this question, the first thing we need to look at, I have to plot all these lines on the graph. We have here like x plus 3, x equal 3, so I will make like a perpendicular lines on x-axis and go through 3 like this. So this is the first line, x equals 3. Now for y equal 1, it's like one line intersects the y-axis at the point 1 like this. Now for the last thing, it's like x plus y equals 7. I have to put it in the form of equal y equal mx plus c, or you have two options. You can put the y intercept and x intercept. How y intercept? By putting x equals 0. When x equals 0, y equals 7. So this is the first point. When y equals 0, x equals 7, this is the second point. And in this formation, I have to put the line which matching between these 2 points, of course. So it will be like this. Oh, sorry for this. It will be like this. Like one line matching from this grid. Now I plot all the points. Next, he asked me that show by shading on the grid the regions that satisfy all the three inequalities. Of course, the first one, after he said that the regions are satisfied, so I will ask for x, which is x smaller than greater than 3. X greater than 3, it was red. So greater than, he asked me for the right part. Of course, it will be all this part. So I will take all this part. Okay. Now y greater than 1, so this is the y-axis. I will take all the part greater than 1. Here, this is the line which is smaller than 7. Smaller than 7, it will be which less than, and of course all cross or intersected in this area. So this is area represented by R. Do you understand it? Of course. Okay. He asked me for can put 4 banana in the bag. The mean weight of the 4 banana in the bag is 145, and we know that mean it's considered as mean. It's equal the summation divided by their numbers. Okay, equal the mean. Of course, the summation of the 4 banana, he said that their mean is 145, and the summation of the banana, I have no idea about their summations, but I have it 4. So the summation of the 4 banana, it's like 4 multiplied 145. Do you understand this part? So this is for the first part, which is equal 580. Now he said that if he put another one more banana in the bag, so they become like 5, and their mean it will be like 142. I will apply the same. It's like summation of 5 divided by 5. So the summation of the 5 banana with the extra, of course, equal this numbers 5 multiplied by 142, which is equal 710. Of course, I can notice that the difference in the two summation of the weights, it's represented the fifth banana. So fifth banana, it's like 710 minus 580, which is equal as the final answer 130. Okay, ground. Yes, exactly. It will be as long as he asks me for invest 20,000 euro for 3 years saving account. She get like 3.5% period compound interest. As long as we're talking about compound interest, so I have to write down the rule for the compound interest. It's like p multiply 1 plus r percent all to power t, since t represented the number in time in year. So p here, this is the p which is represented the principal. I will write 20,000. This is all multiply 1 plus r percent, which is represented 3.5%. All to power t, he said that it's equal 3. So after I write this all on calculator, the final answer will be 21, of course, 174.35, and he asked me that it's approximated to the nearest euro, so it will be 22, sorry here, 22, 1, 4. This is the final answer. In this shape, he said that I have two shapes, okay? And first one, this is represented by regular pentagon. This is represented by regular hexagon. And we have to know that it's regular. What the meaning of regular? Regular word, it's mean all sides are equal. So since all sides are equal, we can also that we have DE as a common side, right? In both shape. So if ED is a common side in the both shape, so this is mean all the sides here equal all the sides here. The side length here is equal to the side length here. So AE equal EF. Since AE equal EF, so this is isosceles triangle, so this angle equal this angle. We have to remember this part or this point. Now let's think about what the measure of interior angle of each polygon. We know that the measure of interior angle for each polygon, we applied the rule of n minus 2 multiply 180 divided by n. For hexagon, of course, hexagon interior angle, it will be like 6 minus 2 multiply 180 divided by 6, which is equal what? We know that 120, right? Now for pentagon interior angle, it will equal like 5 minus 2 multiply 180 divided by 5, of course. So, which is equal 108. So now if I have this idea, I have like this example, let's assume that this is AD and this is the other side, this is the other side, and I already figured out that this is for hexagon, this is for pentagon, okay, and this is for triangle, right? So hexagon angle 120, this is angle 108. So what about the third angle? Of course, the summation of all this angle is 360, so it will be 360 minus 108 plus 120, which is all equal what? 108 minus 120. It will equal 132, right? So the third angle equal 132. So this is the third angle equal 132. Of course, this is a new triangle, and this triangle is represented by this side, this side, and this side, okay, and this side. We know that the two sides of the triangle are the similar, so these two angles are the same. If this 132, how I can figure out this angle? It will be 180 minus 132 divided by 2, which is equal 24. So this is the measure of this angle, EAF. طبعا هنا as long as I have two fractions and I need to solve to find out the value of x, I have to unite the denominators first. How I can unite the denominator first? I will take these numbers, which is in this denominator 3, multiply here up by 3, here down by 3. The same here, I will multiply up by 5, down by 5. So they have to be the same. So it will be like I have one fraction, which is this fraction, of course, and it will be down 15. And now 3, I will distribute the 3 up here. It will be like 9x plus 6. Then negative 5 multiplied by 2x, it will be negative 10x. Negative 5 multiplied by 1, it will be negative 5. Okay? Now I have to simplify. Of course, this is all equal x, but I have to simplify first. It will be like 15 down in the denominators, and this is 9x minus 10x equal negative x. 6 minus 5 equal positive 1. This is all equal x, of course. Now I have to make the cross multiplication, which is cross multiplication in this situation. So it will be 15x equal negative x plus 1. Now isolate x. I need to isolate x. So in this situation, I will send the negative x to the other side. It will be 15x plus x, which is equal 1. And after this, 15x plus x equals 16x equal 1 divided by 16 for the both sides. X will equal 1 over 16. Ta-da! Right, دلوقتي I will tell you what she did. The first thing, f equal root. I know this, okay? But I will answer the game for this part. F equal the root of this thing, so I have to square both sides. It will be like f power of 2 equal a plus bc over c minus d. After that, I will make cross multiplications. So it will be like f power of 2c minus f power of 2d, right? Which is all equal a, p, c. He asked me to isolate c, so I have to collect all the c in one side. I will change between these two parts, so it will be f power of 2c minus bc, which is equal a plus f power of 2d. After this, I will take c as a common factor. It will be f power of 2 minus b, which is all equal a f power of 2d. And then I will assume that this is multiplied, so I will send it to the other side by divide. C equal a plus f power of 2d divided by f power of 2 minus b. That's all. So for these questions, he asked me for cumulative frequency, so I will start by adding each time. So the first number will be 4. After that, I will write like 4 plus 15. I will write 4 plus 15, which is equal here 19. I will write this is directly here. And after this 19, I will write 20 plus 19, which is equal 39. I will do the same, write plus 39, which is equal 50, of course. I will take plus 50, which is equal 56. I will take 56 plus, which is equal 6. And of course, usually, always it has to be here equal 60. Now, he said that on the grade opposite draw cumulative frequency graph for the table. Of course, I will start assuming the first point. As long as the first point it's end at 4, so I will make this point here. The second point for 2, it's end at 19, so it will be directly before, because each one line represented by 1. 3 with 39, so 3 with 39 here, 1 before, and also 4 it will be with 50, so 4 with 50 here, and 5 with 56, so 56, and 6 with 60. So let's think about this. I will you have to draw like starting with the end, so it will be in this directions like this, and go till you reach to 0. Now I finish number B. Now for number C, use the graph to find estimation for the median weight. How I can find the median weight? Median weight, it has to be found by figuring out the median of the numbers. It's like 30. So I will go from 30, this is the median, and go here till you find the intersection. This is the intersection. I will go down here, which will be like, as you can see, it lies between 2.4 exactly. So I will write here 2.4, and we have range, of course. For each value, it's dependent on your curve, but we have a range in this equation. It lies between 2.3 till 2.7, by the way. Now he used the graph to find the estimation from the number of the travel who greater than 3.7. So of course 3.7, I will assume that 3.7 is represented here. So I will go up from 3.7 for this part. So I will go up here by using this line here, and look at this line, which is equal, as you can know that for this part, which is equal in this part. How many in this part, my friend? It will be like 45. So this is 45. He asked me for all part above 45. So it will be 60 minus 45, which is equal 50. So this is what above. If he said that before, so it would be 45. The first thing, as long as I have all with the base, same base 3, for the left hand side, I have the same base and it's divided, so I will subtract the power, so it will be 2n plus 3 minus 4, which is equal 3 2n minus 1. Now for the right hand side, it will, as long as it's multiplied, so I have to add the power, it will be 3 plus 1 minus 2n, which is equal 3 to power 4 minus 2n. Now I will equalize the both sides, as long as the base equal base, so the power equal power, so it will be 2n minus 1 equal 4 minus 2n. Now I will change and put the n in one side, so it will be like 4n equal 5 in this case. So after I divide it by 4, n equal 5 over 4. Here for question number 15, I will assume that x equal 0.763, and of course this is the repeating, so I will multiply by 10x. For both it will be 7.63 repeating, then I will multiply this all by 1000, it will be 1000x equal 763.63 repeating, as long as I have the same repeating part in the pose, so I can use them to subtract. So it will be 1000x minus 10x equal 763.63 minus 7.63. So I will cancel these two together here. It will be like 990x, which is equal the other part, of course, which is 763 minus this number. It will be 756, and x equal 756 divided by 990. After I simplify, it will be equal 42 over 55. Question number 16, he gave me this circle inside this polygon. Work out the size of the angle AOD. He asked me for this angle. This angle represented by central angle, and we know that central angle is double the measure of an inscribed angle, with which have like an arc segment in common, which is the arc segment AD. So as long as the inscribed angle 54, so the central angle with common arc will be double, so it will be 108. After this, he gave me the reason, so I will tell him that central angle equal double of the inscribed angle. Here he asked me for CAO. How I can calculate CAO? Of course, for this shape, I will assume that we have this shape. This is 54, of course, and this is like 28. Now I need the measure of this angle, and I know that the measure of this angle, it will be like 360 minus 108, which is equal to 252. So this would be 252 also. Now I need to know this measure, which is unknown. So in this case, I will calculate like 360 minus 252 minus 54 minus 28, which is equal 26. So this is the measure. Now he asked me for the measure of the angle ABC. Which ABC? ABC, it's mean this angle. How I can know the measure of this angle? Of course, to know the measure of this angle, I know that this is angle, or this is quadrilateral. It's represented by what? This is quadrilateral represented by cyclic quad, and cyclic quad we know before that its two opposite angles equal 180. So as long as we know that this is 108, so I have to know each measure of this angle. And if I know each measure of this angle, I will say like 108. This is 108, of course, minus 180, and divided by 2 to know this measure, of course. So 108 minus 180, it will be like 72. Divided by 2, it will be like 36. So this is 36, and this is 28. I will add them together, 36 plus 28, which is equal 64. Now 64 has to be supplementary with angle B, so it will be 180 minus 64, which is equal here 6, and here it will be 11, so 116. This is the measure of angle B. Question number 17, he talked about vectors, and he asked me for find the HF. Of course, to find HF, I can assume that I have to go from H till F, this intervals, and to find this, I have to think about which direction exactly I need. So it has to be HG plus GF, of course. So in these situations, I will assume that GF, it will consider if I need the inverse direction. So I have to inverse every sign, so it will be 5 and the negative 2. This is all plus 4 and 14, of course. So in these situations, after I make this calculation, so it will be from HF, it has to be like 4 plus 5, which is equal 9, and this is equal 12. So this is the final answer. And he said find the magnitude for HF, and we know that the magnitude, it has to be 9 power of 2 plus this is magnitude, will be 12 power of 2, and the final answer will be like 15. So this is the magnitude for this value. In question 18 here, he said that the straight line L perpendicular to the straight line with this equation, of course, and it passes through the point. Of course, we know that perpendicular line have like inverse reciprocal gradient. Okay, so I have to figure out the gradient here, so I will isolate y by sending x to the other side, will be 2x plus 9. So the gradient here is negative 2, so gradient for L, it will be like 1 over 2 positive, of course. So this is the gradient for L. Now I need the equation, and I will apply this form, y minus y1 equal m multiply x minus x1. And of course, the point that I will use here, it will be 8 and 11, which is this represent x and this is represent y, and of course m represented by half. So it will be y minus 11 equal half multiply x minus 8. And in this condition, it will be y equal half x minus 4 plus 11, which is equal half x plus 7. This is the final form. Question number 19, he asked me about the transformations for the functions, and he said that we have like a curve which has a minimum coordinate 5 and 4. So I need to write the new minimum point after this transformation. The first thing is plus 5, and we know that plus 5 it's mean phase change. Phase change is like horizontal change, and horizontal change, as long as it's positive, so it's go to left 5 steps. So it's only effective on the x-axis, so it would be 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5 and 4, which is equal 0 and 4. Now here, this is what happened for the all functions, so it will multiply y by 3 only. So instead of 5 and 4, I will multiply 4 by 3, so it will be 5 and 12. Now here, this is it will happen for y, but it will decrease or going down by 7 steps. So instead of 5 and 4, I will subtract 7 from y only. It will be 5 and negative 3. For this equation, he asked me to solve the inequalities, and he gave me the inequality and smaller than, and I have to know if it's a smaller than, it has to be like a compound shape x, a and b. It's not if greater than, it will be greater than the big, smaller than the small. Remember this important information. So in this case, I have to factorize this all. I can try factorize brackets, or I can try using the quadratic formula, of course. So for using quadratic formula, it will be like negative b positive or negative root p power of 2 minus 4ac divided by 2a, where a equal 10, b equal 11, and c equal negative 21. After I substitute in this value, it will be negative 11 positive or negative root 11 power of 2 minus 4 times 10 times negative 21. Of course, this is all divided by 2 times 10. After I make all the calculations, I will find out that I have only two values. The first value, it will be x equal 1, and the second value, x equal negative 2.1. And of course, as long as it's an inequality, I have to put, as I told you before here, as inequality here. Sorry for this. So it will be in the form of x greater than negative 2.1, and of course smaller than 1. This is the final form. Question number 21, it's talking about Venn diagram and sets. So as we can see here that he gave me this information about that the number of the element of A union B dash, so it's mean anything but A and B, which is 5x, 3x plus 2 equal 26. So I put as an equation, so it will be like 3x plus 2, this is all equal 26. Now I have to solve this equation to find out the x, so it will be 8x plus 2 equal 26, so 8x equal 24, so x equals 3. And he said that find the number of A dash intersect C. So for this information, of course, A dash here represented anything but A, which is 4x, 2x, 5x, 3x plus 2. So let's assume that what he asked for, as long as he asked for intersections, so A dash, it's mean anything but A. Let's make mark down a bit and intersect with C, which is C represented this circle. Look here, which numbers repeated twice, it will be 2x and 5x, which is 7x, and we know that x is equal 3, so it will be 7 multiplied by 3 equal 21. Now for question number 22, he asked me for solving simultaneous equation, and we know that according to, I have two different equations powers or different equation degree. This is from the second, this is from the first. I can answer it by elimination, so it will be only have one method by substitution. So for each value of y, I will put x plus 2. I will try to substitute at the first equation. It will be x power of 2 plus y. Instead of y, I will put x plus 2. This is all power of 2 plus y, which is will be x plus 2 also. So I will put x plus 2 in this position. This is equal all 3. Now I have to expand this bracket, so it will be x power 2. Expand this bracket, I can try by x plus 2 multiply x plus 2. So it will be x power of 2 plus 4x plus 4 plus x plus 2 equals 3. Now I will look at which is all represented by x. I will find out that I have two type of x, which is this. It will be 2x power of 2 and 4x and 1x, which is equal 5x, and 4 plus 2, 6, and I will send the 3 here by negative. It will be positive 3 only, which is equal 0. Now I can try by using quadratic formula, where a equal 2, b equal 5, and c equal 3, and I will apply at negative b positive or negative b power of 2 minus 4ac divided by 2a. So it will be in this form, negative 5 positive or negative root 5 power of 2 minus 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, which is all divided by 2 times 2. I will find that I have two values for this equations, or for x. The first one, it will be negative 1, and the second one, it will be negative 3 over 2. And as long as I have these two values, and I know before that y equal x plus 2, so for this y equal x plus 2, so 2 plus x, which is minus 1, so y will equal what? Equal 1. And here the same x, as we said, x plus 2, so it will be negative 3 over 2 plus 2, which is equal and half in this situation, of course. So I have two values for x, as I know, because he asked me for the solution. So once x equal negative 1 and 1, and once x equal negative 3 over 2 and half. Question number 23, he asked me about to show that this one all equal n, where n is an integer to be found. So it's like an integer. So after I finish all of this part, it will equal an integer. I will start by, according to order of operations, I will start by division. So applying KCF, of course, which I will keep this one, 16x power of 2 minus 36 over x minus 7. Change, it will be multiply and flip. I will flip this x power of 2 minus 5x minus 14 divided by 2x power of 2 plus 7x plus 6. So in these situations, I will try by using here a common factor, of course, in numerators, and I can note that this is like two values here. I can use it together. So in these situations, we note that I can factorize this 2x power of 2 plus 7x. It will be like, let's change the color so you can note that what's happening here. It will be like 2x plus 3x plus 2. You can use the calculator, of course, 153, and x power of 2 minus 5x. I can factorize it by using, it will be x minus 7, x plus 2 in these situations. And of course, after I finish this, I can factorize this also. So we can note that I will take here as a common factor 16x power of 2 minus 36. I will assume that it will be like 8x and 2x, of course. So in this equations, I will take like two common factors. So it will be here 8, and here it will be like 18. And of course, I will take 4 common factors. So if you took 4 common factors, it will be like 4x power of 2 minus 9, which is this can be factorizing. It will be 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3, and here x minus 7. This will be multiply like x minus 7, x plus 2, put bracket here. Here it will be 2x plus 3 and x plus 2, of course. So we can also, I can cancel the similar. X minus 7 cancel with there, 2x plus 3, it will go with there, x plus 2 is x plus 2, and I will find that it will end by using a 4 multiply 2x plus or 2x plus minus 3. So, and I have another values, which is if I cancel this together, of course, and this is 2x with 2x minus 3. So it will be like 4 these values, and after this for these values I will put it down. It will be like 2x minus 3. So this is for this value. We have this also, so I will put it down, minus 7 multiplied by 8x. So I will keep going with this. I will expand 4, it will be 8x minus 12, expand negative, it will be negative 7 minus 8x. We can note that I can cancel 8x minus 8x, and the negative 12 minus 7, it will be negative 19, which is the value of n. So this is the end. Question number 24, he said that A and B and C are 3-point horizontal ground. We have AB 8.4, BC 9.2. From here we will start the question. B is on bearing of 0.67 degree from A. We know that the bearing started from what come from after from. Okay, so after from, this is representing the bearing, so I will assume that this is the point A. So this is the point A, of course, and I will write down the north for A, so it will be like this. This is the north, and he said that it's like 67, so 67 it will be in this direction. Let's assume that this 67, and this will be the point B, and we have to draw, of course, the north here also. So the north here will be in this direction also. Now he said that, and from B we have bearing by 129, so there will be like an angle 129. I will assume that 129 it will be in this direction, like this. Let's try another this one. So this will be like C. Okay, this is C, and I will draw the north for C here also. We assume that like this north thing, of course. So since this is represent B, this is represent C, he said also we have the measures. A, this is B, AB, it's like 8.4, okay, and this is like 9.2 as the numbers, and also this angle it's like 67 degree, and this angle it's like 129 degree. Now he asked me to calculate the bearing of A from C. So A from C, it will match between this 2 point here. it will be like this. And he asked me for the angle which is started from here till there. So I need this angle is all. So in this position, as long as I need this angle, so I need this angle also. And we know that the only thing that left this angle, so I will need to find out this angle. How I can find out this angle? I will do the rest here. The first thing we need to calculate how to find this angle, to find out the length of this side AC, and after this I will find the sine rule to find this angle. Okay, so in these situations, after I finish all these calculations, of course, so I will assume that I have first the angle which is ACB. How I find the angle ACB by using rules. So I need first to find this angle. I will assume that I have a line, which line keep going down like this in this direction, and it's divided this 67, so this will be 67. This whole angle will be 180 because it's a straight line. So 180 minus 129, it will be 51. So the whole angle, as you can see, it's equal what? 67 plus 51, which is equal 118. So instead of writing all of this, I will write here 118. I hope that you understand this part. So this angle, it will be like 118. This is the measure of this angle. After I finish the measure of this angle, now I have two sides include angle. What I will do next? If I have two sides and include angle, I will find EC. So to find EC, I will find the rule, which is the root of 9.2 power of 2 plus 8.4 power of 2 minus 2 multiply 8.4 multiply 9.2 multiply cosine 118. You can find this rule in the formula sheet, by the way. After I using the calculator, I will find it's equal 15.09 and so on. So now I find this side, which is 15.09. Now I can find this angle by using the sine rule. How I can using the sine rule? We know that this angle, I will assume that this angle C, so it will be sine C over the opposite side, which is represented by 8.4, equal sine 118 over the opposite side, which is 15.09. Now I can find the angle C by multiplying 8.4 multiply sine 118 divided by, this is all what, 15.09. And of course, don't forget to write the sine inverse. So we need to write down the sine inverse, of course. So angle C equal sine inverse for all this part. To find the angle, we're making like cross multiplication, by the way. So I will find that the final formula for the angle, which is represented this angle, it will be like the measure. Let's try by using the calculator, of course. So it will be like 32.56. It will be 32.56. This is the measure for the smallest part. This is 32.56. Now I need the measure of all this angle. Of course, as long as this is 129, so this would be supplementary interior, which is equal 51. Now to find the whole angle, it will be 360. So a pairing of A from C, it will equal 360 minus 51 minus 32.56, which is equal, as long in the final, of course, it will equal 280, and the final answer. Question number 25. He asked me that the diagram show equilateral triangle with the center of the circle. So the first thing we have to look at that as long as it's equilateral triangle, so each angle will equal 60, and as long as this is radius, and he said that this is three sides are considered as tangent, so this is angle considered as right angle triangle. So for this part, the radius of the circle is x, and he said that the total area in centimeter square of the region shown shaded, it will be an x power of 2. So this has mean it will be in terms of x power 2. I don't need to find out the value of x, of course, but I need to find out the n, which represent coefficient of the x after I figure out the area of the shaded. And we know that the area of any shaded part, it will be the area of big minus the area of small. So area shaded, it will be area of triangle minus area of circle, which is will equal nx squared for shaded part. Okay, we need to deal with this part. So the first thing, as long as he said that it's like 60 degrees, so I will match the line from here to B, and I know that as long as this is 60, so this is considered as 30, of course, and this is part from A to B, it's considered as half AB, okay, and this is side represented by X, so I can know that tan 30 equal X over half AB. Since tan 30, which is I know it's equal 1 over root 3 equal X over half AB, I will change the value of both. So I will say that AB equal 2 root 3 of X. This is an important information I have to know. So this is the value of all AB. And as we know before that, since area of triangle, it's we know that as a sine rule, this is 60 angle. So I have to say that this side half times side times side times sine angle. So area of triangle will equal half AC multiply CB multiply sine angle, which is sine 60, of course. So let's assume for this part here, this is half, and AC, AB, it's like they are the same because it's equilateral triangle, so it will be like 2 root 3 x all power of 2 multiply sine 60, which equal root 3 over 2, so it will be root 3 over 2, okay, so this is the value of sine 60, by the way, and now I need to simplify it more. If I need to simplify it more, it will be like half, this is will be like 4, this is will be like 3, so it will be half multiplied by 12x power of 2 multiplied by root 3 over 2, right? So this is 2, 4 with this, it will be 3, so it equals 3 root 3x power of 2, and this is the area of triangle. Now I need to find area of circle. Area of circle, as we know before, that it's equal pi r square, and we know that r it's represented by x because the radius here is x, so it will be pi x squared. So this is the area of circle. Now to find out that area of shaded equal area of triangle minus area of circle, so I have to subtract this both. It will be area shaded equal area of the triangle, which is 3 root 3 x power of 2 minus pi area of circle, which is x power of 2. I will take x power of 2 as a common factor and put 3 root 3 minus pi inside the value of the bracket, and after that I will use the calculator to find the value of root 3 minus pi x power of 2, and don't forget that he asked for 3 significant figures. So after I find out the value by using the calculator, I will find that this value equal 2.05 x power of 2. So after, of course, I approximate to 3 significant figures, so which is equal n equal 2.05, as long as he said that the shaded equal n x power of 2. So this x power of 2, x power of 2. So this n, this n. Thank you for listening. I hope you get a good ideas about this exam, and with my best wishes. Welcome everyone for exam 2024 October 2H Edexcel. The first question is about how to prove, and of course we know that to prove I will start by using the left hand side. So converting into improper fraction by multiply 1 times 7, then add, so it will be 12. The same here, and the same denominator, 2 times 16, 32 plus 3, it will be 35. And after this I will prefer to simplify first. So if I need to simplify, I will divide it by 7 up 1, 7 here, it will be 5. Here divided by 4, it will be 3, divided by 4, it will be 4. So the final answer, it will be 15 over 4, and of course 15 over 4 I will search in table 4 how many 4 and 15. It will be 3 and remain 3 also to figure out 15. This is the first one. Now for the second question, the length of the table is measured as 1.4 meter corrected to 1 decimal place. I need upper bound according to 1 decimal place, so I will write 0.1 divided by 2, of course, which is equal 0.05. If he asks me for upper, it will be 1.4 plus 0.05, which is equal 1.45. The same here, but I have to subtract 0.05, which is equal 1.35. So this is for the second question. Now for the third one, he asked me work out the value of x. So give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So as long as this is 1 decimal place and he asked me for the value of x, I have this angle, I have adjacent, so I will use cosine. And we know that cosine 43 equal adjacent over hypotenuse. So to find x, it will be 8.6 multiply cosine 43. And don't forget, by using the calculator, to correct it to 1 decimal place in this equation. So the final answer after I find out the final example, of course, so it will be like 6.3. Now for question number 4, he said that n is a number, and this number 17% of n is like 357. So if I assume that 17% represented by 357, what about the 100% which represented the n? How I can find it? So I will use cross multiplication. So this multiply this, of course 100% represented by 1, so 357 divided by 17%. By using the calculation, of course, it will equal 2100. Now here he said that in 2019 the population of the village was 650, but next year become 806. Work out the percentage increase. Of course, percentage increase, percentage decrease, lows, and so on. I have to apply the rule of new minus old divided by old. This is all multiplied by 100. So new here is 806 minus old 650 divided by old 650 multiply 100. This is very important. Truly have to memorize it, of course. After I do all these operations, of course, I will find a percentage increase, which will equal 24%.